Where's my ships ready?
I have nothing for you right now.
Really useless. Access the library files in the refrigerator. I don't think. As I have to leave this pistol. By the embassy then. Slight fluctuation in the computer matrix and some files missing. Most recent reports. Each time to go to the different sections and upload the backup files from yesterday manually. These affected areas were missed with diplomatic operations, recruitment, and shit. I'll report back in. Okay, how do I do this? Let's follow it. Do the daily mission, at least then we're looking like we're doing some progress, because I haven't got a clue how I do my other.
We have the strength now. With the help of Starfleet and the Empire, we could destroy what's left of the Tal Shiar. We would be safe. We would be free.
There are too few of us left to fight amongst ourselves. Military action should be our last option.
I don't see how talking to them will be enough. But I'm a warrior, not a politician. If my people are to find a home here, there must be a leader capable of building a new future, of looking past our differences to find harmony. You are that leader, Vital.
Since I was a child hiding in the sewers of the capital with the reunificationists, I have worked toward the day when the Romulans would once again walk beside their Vulcan brothers and sisters. Before that can happen, we need to rebuild. We need a home to replace what was lost, to see past our grief and find acceptance. We need to reconcile with the Remans and end the centuries of strife and oppression. The fate of both our peoples rests here. We either create a new homeworld out of the ashes, or we wither and die. Thank you for agreeing to meet me here. I'm grateful that both the Federation and the Empire have temporarily put aside their differences to help create a new Romulus. This wouldn't be possible without you. Your example led the way. We're building a new home here. Romulans and Remans can't continue on like nothing has changed. Everything is different. We are a changed people. The loss of Romulus wounded us greatly. But that wound will not be fatal. There is a great deal of work to do before we can truly call this our new home. But with your help, I know Mold Rihan, or New Romulus, as our allies call it, will someday be as great as what we lost. Kylor is in charge of the staging area. He can give you more information about what we need. There's much to do, and little time. We left our first home to remain free. We lost our adopted home to treachery. May this world be the home we have sought for so long, a place where our descendants can live in peace.
Centurion, are you interested in learning more about the species in the area? From research, we want interested in learning more. Very powerful towers capable of smashing through the shell of most creatures after several bashings. Their pincers, curiously enough, are much stronger than their tail, which is the fact that they use their pincers to hold down the prey and use the tail to pull back. Their shells are fairly hard due to thousands of years of radiation on the planet. They prefer not to naturally hunt larger animals, and they use it to ensnare smaller prey. They are primarily found in higher elevations. Two theories regarding this: one, that they naturally evolved in regions due to its habitat and surrounding prey. The other is that they purposely fled from a larger predator, one who could not survive in higher elevation. The latter theory is becoming quite popular, causing many scientists to want to find out about this alpha predator. Okay. Pause. It's also a small and Arctic site, and they've taken some of our scientists to force us out of the area. Don't know what they're looking for. Some access to the transport pad. Oh, ruins. Oh, they're all the way down there. That's a mission. I'm going to get this first because I'm already halfway here. I'll go and help them afterwards. A piece of rock. Oh. Oh, my dude's unconscious. He didn't last very long. Oh, run away. Oh, I'm gonna die. Okay, these guys hit hard. Oh, I'm poisoned, I'm dead. Okay. Maybe we don't go up there just yet. They hit quite hard. I haven't got any new gadgets either. Hey, yeah, I am. I'm completely new to this. I started it the other day. Never played this game before in my life. This is part 4, obviously, as it says in the title, but yeah, I've got no idea what I'm doing still, really. I've been trying to access these library files in the ship's ready room, but I got no idea how to get there. I've tried, and I ended up just exploring now. Oh, well, that explains why I died so quick then. I'm guessing these ruins are like level 50 as well. I should probably leave this exploration then for the minute. Yeah, I was doing the story. Have you got any idea how I do this quest? The access the library files in your ship's ready room. Next to your minimap there's a little down arrow you can click. Oh, okay. Oh, visit the bridge. You legend. Thank you. Hey, now we can figure out where we go from here. Access library files. Thank you. I would have been here for the next 3 hours trying to figure this out. Dan has a personal relationship with Lortrix, the leader of a colony in the Chalkbook system. They work together on a Riemann mining colony. Weapons present at the colony were the property of the terrorist militia, helping Titan and his followers break away from the legitimate government of Romulan Star Empire. These weapons were stored by Lortrix, Titan's personal request. Stardate's communications dealt with targeting Romulan Star Empire colonies for terrorist activity. Personal relationship with Lortrix colony. No exist. Issued by the corporation. Group of mediators by the wardens to assist negotiating island. Here's was successful. Broken lacerations. I've plugged down topics from the attack that went on. Trafficking in substances attempted. Awesome. Vehicle theft, damage, and purple. testing or right. Oh, online. You mean they're not in line? There's none of them, man. Oh. Shows what I believe breakdowns are an agricultural thing. Hey. That's great. Reading, yeah. Down in the weapons discrepancy. Is it? Oh, city. Full cases. Township. Days. Okay, so. Township. I even read it and I can't even get them right. I'm just going to click through them because apparently even when I read it I can't get it right anyway.
Captain, we're getting two different stories here. One from Charva, and one from these documents. Analysis of the files shows that either Charva is trying deliberately to mislead us, or that she's being misled herself. Since she
We
seems
finally
to
got
firmly
there.
believe what she's telling us, I'm not completely comfortable disregarding her information out of hand. I recommend that we speak to Commander Tal Mera on Drozana Station.
I am
She
really
has
liking
contacts
this
in the
game though.
intelligence
It's
community
very
that we
immersive
don't.
how they read
She should be
here
able
and
to either
everything.
confirm or deny our findings.
That's probably the hardest mission I've come across so far. And even when I was reading it, I was messing it up. Bridge invitations. Go to another system. Let's leave. Right, now we need to go to this pad and then we'll teleport back. You are fighting a Vice Admiral level 50. Oh yeah, I just seen that in the chat. Yeah. No wonder we both got destroyed so quick. Teleport to the staging area. We leave these level 50s and come back. I like the ship battles on here as well, they're pretty cool. Thank you for helping me through that. That's handy to know. I was going to go and get the teleport pad thing up there, and then I was going to go and answer the distress call, so it's a good job I didn't. I probably would have died another 20 times. Oh, go to the station. Went like that.
Welcome to Drozana. You're cleared for docking. We have everything you need for shore leave, and a few things that you didn't even know you wanted. Shopping, drinking, dining, entertainment. You'll find it all here. And don't forget the 77th rule of acquisition. If you break it, I'll charge you for it.
Hey, hands off a hologram.
Was there something you needed? Tal Shiar files. I'm sure there's a good story behind how you came into possession of these. Let's see what you have. What sort of information do you need? Personally, I'd regard anything given to you by a Tal Shiar operative with suspicion. They are masters of misinformation and misdirection. We can do that. Show me what you have and what parts of them are troubling you. I've seen some interesting works of fiction, but nothing that compares to this. Deton and Lortrix working together on a Riemann mining colony? I don't think so. Can you see Deton in a dilithium mine? And Lortrix was storing weapons for Deton? Why? There have to be better places we can stash supplies than in an enemy colony. And this section about Deton working with Starfleet to target colonies for terrorist attacks is ridiculous. Neither Deton or the Federation would do such a thing. I'm detecting that sections of the file have been altered. That's probably why it reads like a bad spy story. According to my records, Deton was in contact with Starfleet, but he was talking to them about which colonies needed agricultural aid. And there were weapons on Chaltok, as you well know. But not only were they making weapons for the Hirogen, they were targeting Romulan militia targets, including the flotilla. Now, I didn't realize that Lortrix and Deton knew each other, but apparently they do. They interacted once during negotiations during a workers' strike at a Riemann mining facility. It's funny how people from such different worlds and outlooks can interact. Deton was talking to the Federation about colonies near our borders, but it wasn't to target them for attack. It was to discern which ones had the greatest need for agricultural assistance. A lot of the newer colonies are having a rough time trying to establish themselves. Deton believes that the more prosperous colonies have a responsibility to help support others. That's why he was talking to the Federation. He was asking if they would be willing to assist as well. Unfortunately, once the rumor of terrorist attacks entered the mix, the Federation Council broke off aid talks. And I'm not surprised that Lortrix was aiming weapons at our targets, although I don't think he was doing so at the request of the Hirogen. The Tal Shiar has a way of getting into everything, and we know that they were monitoring that colony. A Tal Shiar operative could have manipulated Lortrix into aiming some of the weapons at Romulan Republic targets. If they were fired, then we'd lose big, and a neutral colony would be blamed for the attack. Also, I think it was a coincidence that Deton and Lortrix were acquainted. Lortrix once worked for the Riemann Mining Cooperative, but he wasn't exactly a model employee. In fact, he was one of the leaders of a strike that turned violent. The Riemanns brought in a group of negotiators to help end the crisis. Deton was one of the people they invited. He helped negotiate a settlement, and Lortrix was one of the representatives of the workers during those negotiations. I doubt they've ever spoken to one another again once the strike ended. I think the Tal Shiar are conducting quite an effective smear campaign against Deton and our movement. It's our responsibility to see through their deceptions. We can do that. I'm detecting several abnormalities in this file. It looks like portions of it have been altered. We should corroborate these reports in order to determine which facts are actually true and which are Tal Shiar fabrications. Here's what we know and can confirm from our files. Deton did smuggle crates to Viranot before the attack on your colony, but they were carrying ship parts, not weapons. And he did more to help the colony without drawing excess attention. It was our group that helped your people get the water reclamation equipment they needed.
Why couldn't I have come and speak to her first? She's got all the answers.
And yes, we spent a great deal of time and money gathering
everything.
information about both the Federation and the Klingon Empire. But we're not planning an attack. Why would we? Instead, we're gathering all the intel we can about the political climates of both factions. Deton has been working with colony leaders for years, including the Maori and others at Viranot. However, since the Empress and the Tal Shiar often retaliate against people who are friendly to our movement, in the past, we've tried to keep those contacts as quiet as possible. Your colony had some talented engineers who were willing to help flotilla ships. Deton provided crates full of ship parts, smuggled from other friendly settlements. Your engineers repaired Allied ships who needed help. But Deton is a man of peace. I can't ever see him wanting to smuggle weapons, especially not to a civilian site. Of course, Because the people at Viranot risked their safety to help our ships, Deton helped them in return. One of the ways the Tal Shiar keeps control over colony worlds is by denying or diverting needed supplies. Before the attack, Viranot's population had outgrown its water treatment capabilities. They tried to acquire another water filtration unit, but were blocked by lost shipments, denied paperwork, and other bureaucratic hassles. It could have meant disease and deprivation for your people. So the Maori reached out to Deton. He provided the water reclamation equipment Viranot needed, and even helped the colonists conceal it so it couldn't be damaged in a convenient accident. And yes, we do spend a great deal of time and effort gathering intel on both Starfleet and Klingon Empire, but we're not studying their defenses. We're learning about their political climates. Our relationships with the Klingons and Starfleet are still very fragile. They're being strengthened by people like you. But a shift in attitudes on the High Council or the Federation Council could mean disaster for us. The more we know about what's happening, the better we can react to it. I'm not saying that Deton is a complete innocent. None of us are. The political information could be used to sway decisions in our favor. The ship part and water reclamation equipment were smuggled illegally. But you have to look at the intent behind Deton's actions. He's trying to help people, not tear them down. We can do that. I didn't realize that the Tal Shiar had transferred prisoners to the Kinkuthanza system penal colony. Probably because there isn't a penal colony in the Kinkuthanza system. That's not the only discrepancy I'm detecting in this file. There's distinct signs of tampering. We need to figure out what they altered, and why. Here's what I know. Most Tal Shiar prisoners fall off the grid completely. We don't know where they're taken, or what's being done to them, and that troubles Deton a great deal. We have, however, heard of a Tal Shiar facility called Installation 18 that appears to be a holding facility. Some prisoners would likely be taken there. As far as I know, your friend's sister has never been in the Theban system, much less been captured there. We did lose a militia ship there a few weeks ago, and one of my agents, Subcommander Avron, is still in Tal Shiar custody. Avron was trying to steal supplies from a Tal Shiar convoy when he was captured. It was risky, but they had critical supplies we couldn't get any other way. We don't know what the Tal Shiar is doing with their prisoners, but a lot more people are missing than we can account for. We have, however, found several references to a place called Installation 18. We're still tracking down where this facility is and what they're doing there, but we know that prisoners are taken there for an unknown purpose. Rina Kev hasn't shown up on any of our lists of the missing, but I have found references to someone with that name being a crew member on a cargo transport. As far as I know, the ship she was working on has never been to the Theban system. But if your friend can't find her, I'd be concerned. The Tal Shiar has a nasty habit of making people disappear. We did lose a ship in the Theban system recently, a small scout vessel. Its commander was one of my agents, and we have confirmed that Subcommander Avron is being held in Tal Shiar custody. Subcommander Avron was there doing reconnaissance for me. Tal Shiar convoys pass through that region of space, and there was one convoy that had vital supplies we need. The plan was a long shot at best, but Avron knew the risks when he took the assignment. Now that Avron is in custody and the convoy has made it safely to its destination, all we can do is try to figure out how to soldier on without the components that were in those ships. Did Deton know about the plan to attack a Tal Shiar convoy? Yes. Does that make us criminals and terrorists? That's something you're going to have to decide for yourself.
Hey, that's a great
We can do that.
uniform.
Show me what you have and what parts of them are troubling you. We're fighting for our independence and the future of the Romulan race. We're short on supplies and allies and beset by enemies that see nothing wrong with murder, torture and kidnapping. And they call us the terrorists. We've had to make some difficult decisions. Some of them have led us down roads that none of us wanted to take. But nothing we've done is anything as terrible as what the Tal Shiar is accusing Deton of doing. There are no innocents in a war, and that includes Deton. At least his motivations are clear. And I can't see what the Tal Shiar has to gain by framing him for these crimes.
Captain, Charva's convinced that these files are genuine. She wouldn't be pushing us this hard otherwise. We need to sit down and show her the discrepancies we've discovered, preferably in front of a Tal Shiar computer, so we can open her eyes to the truth. If we contact her and say we're ready to join the Tal Shiar, but we need to discuss these files first, maybe she'll take us somewhere where we can prove to her that she's been lied to. There's a subspace communications hub in the lounge on Drozana Station's observation level that we can use to contact Charva.
I wasn't expecting to hear from you so soon. Are you ready to join the Tal Shiar? I take it that everything I provided checked out to your satisfaction? That's a fair request. The Tal Shiar maintains a clandestine network of satellites throughout the quadrant. There's a listening post that's part of this network in the Aja system. It's near your current position and off the trade routes, so we should be able to meet privately. It's also connected to the rest of the Tal Shiar network, so we can go over the data in detail. I'm glad you've seen the light. You're joining the right side.
Captain, before we leave Drozana Station, we should consult Commander Talmira. She might have more insight. Let's go.
Can't you see I'm busy losing all my latinum? Can't you see I'm busy losing...
Okay. I'll leave you to continue to use your stuff.
Was there something you needed? It's remote and has little strategic value. If you're planning some shore leave after this is over, I'd suggest you go to Ryza instead. I can tell you, you're probably flying into a trap. The Tal Shiar invests a great deal of time and effort to spin a web of lies. They don't look favorably on people who try to expose them for what they are. If you're going to go, at least take some backup. That won't be too difficult. You've made a lot of friends. Send out a subspace burst if you need some assistance in the Aza system. They'll be waiting for your signal.
This is the way out. Austin's these books. Hey, found it. Oh, never did. Yeah. Just want to teleport to my ship. Going back to your ship. Oh, look at that. Legend. Thank you. Joys of being a noob, hey? Joy in this game is special. It is a lot different. I'll give you that. Round arena? I'm probably too low to do that. How long have you guys been playing this game for?
Captain, we're detecting another ship in the system. It's Charva's ship, the IRW-A3.
Oh, nice. Long time then.
They're signaling to us that Charva has already beamed over to the listening post, and that you and I should join her. But they say only us. We can't take a full away team.
I'm guessing you've played all of the factions, like all the different races. Is that on your to-do list?
I hope we're able to make Charva see reason. She doesn't seem willing to accept that Tal Shiar is at the root of many of the problems of the Romulan people. It's not going to be easy to convince her.
I am so glad to hear that you are considering my offer of joining the Tal Shiar. They offer safety and stability to all Romulans. You will not regret your decision.
All in due time. All in due time.
I cannot blame you for wanting to do your
I'm intrigued to
due
see how
diligence.
different all the stories
Seeing
are.
as you are about to join our ranks, I do not think the Tal
And like the
Shiar would mind
different
if we took a look
choices
at
and
some of
things,
the
how they all play
intelligence
out.
files used to generate the reports I gave you. Just do not tell any of my superiors that we did this. You do not have clearance yet.
This cannot be right. It appears as if some of the information that was included in the report I gave you does not line up with what is here. Several of the facts have been changed either here or in the report, and the results skew any conclusions that could be drawn. But I thought, these recordings don't line up with the report either. What's going on here? Who could have tampered with this evidence?
Time for you to become my double agent.
Has this file been tampered with?
What she needs to do.
This is the same story as the others. This evidence doesn't match the report I shared with you. You knew about this, didn't you? That's why you had me look at these files. Did you alter this data to make me look bad? Are you trying to sabotage my career with the Tal Shiar?
I want to get this gas first. Hey, 3 out of 3. I was so bad at those in the beginning. I was still pretty bad at them.
We were sent here by Commander Morris to take you into custody. You are accused of undermining the Romulan Empire and crimes unbefitting of a Romulan. Tovan Kef, you are accused of aiding a known fugitive and conspiring against the Tal Shiar. Charva, you are relieved of command of your ship, pending the outcome of a court-martial. If you're lucky, that's all that will happen to you for betraying the Tal Shiar.
We need to get out of here and return to our ship before the Tal Shiar send any more troops down here. Charva, you should come with us. You won't be safe with the Tal Shiar.
Should have brought the medic with me. Just gonna make a coffee quick. I'll be back in a couple. Hopefully I don't get attacked while I'm... Actually, I'll wait for the load screen just in case. I should be safe on my ship, but you never know these days.
I've been informed by my Tal Shiar superiors that you and Charva are now to be considered enemies of the state. My orders are to apprehend you, alive if possible, but dead will work almost as well. Surrender, and I will be merciful to your crew. Resist, and let their deaths be on your head.
Alright, next mission. Oh, okay. We gotta destroy some things, but at least we have an army this time.
If you insist, how about a fleet of Tal Shiar warships? Will that convince you to surrender? Think of your crew. Spare them the pain and suffering this meaningless gesture will cause.
Signal the fleet. Those bombs hurt.
Captain, Sub-Commander Nadell is commanding the RRW Daehu. She is
the UI is definitely takes a lot to learn.
Proper authorities.
Welcome aboard.
Everything around the mini-map and things.
This way, please. I'll leave you to it.
No, they're doing what they can for our people. I was the one who failed to live up to their expectations. And you were the one who steered me wrong, just like Datan has done to you.
I think she's a bit delusional, possibly brainwashed.
Captain, Charva was a close friend, and we couldn't even convince her of our cause. We need to find something substantial to expose the Tal Shiar.
I'm afraid you might be right.
Charva's alive, but I expect she's going to face a lot of questions from intelligence. But if we couldn't change her mind, what'll it take to convince the Romulan people? How do we gather the proof we need? For now, we've done all we can. I recommend we leave the system before any Tal Shiar reinforcements arrive.
I feel like the Klingons have some of the better weapons. Obviously, I haven't played any other race.
You've done commendable work exposing
but I feel like
the
they've got really powerful weapons.
But there's still more work to be done in order to actually discover what they've been up to. It's a shame that Charva is resisting our efforts to turn her to our cause. Perhaps with enough time,
yeah, I
she'll
just
see
need
the
to get used to it, I
traitors
think,
to the
and
Romulan people
learn
that they
everything.
really are. In any
But
event,
I'm like a full-on
you are
noob.
proving to be a formidable addition to this fleet. Congratulations, Centurion.
We meet at last. I am Kargrin, son of Volar, of the Klingon House of Kor, slayer of Kreenoth, and captain of the IKS Nima. Today I offer you to join forces and embark on a mission of paramount importance. It appears that the president of the Federation, a Saurian by the name of Vanek Okeg, has requested to enter into negotiations with the Empire. He wishes to establish a ceasefire between our people. It is true that the Undine infiltration puts both parties at risk, and as their great Kailash once said, destroying an empire to win a war is no victory, and ending a battle to save an empire is no defeat. To facilitate these plans, we have been tasked with granting safe passage to the President's starship on his journey to Khitomer. I will be waiting for you in the system, together with Captain Shaw, a Starfleet officer hailing from the ill-fated Vega colony. Tik-tak, Ushna, Tulu. A real power is in the heart.
I need to go to the Klingon embassy. Where is the Klingon embassy? Starbase, that's got to be it, right? I'm just a person. Yeah, I have been messing around with that, and you can press these arrows to redirect shields, right? I'm in defensive at the minute, I think. Speed. Defense, yeah, I'm in defensive because I was taking so much damage in one of the boss fights. Actually died in that boss fight. And then I had to keep flying away to regenerate my shields, and then he was healing as well, and it became a lot longer fight than it had to be. So I've just kind of left it in defensive for the minute. Might be able to go to attack now though, now that I understand these abilities from each of my crew. Oh, if you click that, does it rebalance, does it? Yeah, I didn't know that. This one. Balanced, yeah. Yeah, maybe we go balanced. I'm hoping I can find the embassy at the Starbase. I did a couple of those deep space battles. They're pretty cool. I've only found the support ones so far though. We had to set up... What do we have to do? We had to set up some some turrets. Or align some array and defend them. And we had to secure the life pods. Was the other one that we did. And then obviously had to kill all the remaining ships after. They were pretty fun. Give you some nice rewards as well. I'm going to hazard a guess and say that this isn't the embassy of the Klingons. Glory flows through you, temporarily increasing your health regeneration. On a shroud, you temporarily increasing the ceremony, temporarily damage. Okay. Show me a menu. What do these do? Oh, that's just basically consumables. We don't need those. Got some, I just don't use them. That's my small hypo. I've used those accidentally. I've used like 3 of them accidentally by mispressing buttons. Game to ship. Browns walk to Colony World. Yeah, let's not do that. That's probably going to be another level 50 area. Your personal fleet to visit other things. Let's auto navigate this one and see whether we come across a deep space battle. This game's a lot bigger than I thought it was, and there's a lot more active people than I thought there was going to be as well. When I installed it, I was kind of like, is it going to be another one of these games that's just died over the years? But it's actually pretty active.
Is President Okeg aboard Starfleet 1? Remember, this conference is vital to the future of the galaxy.
Captain Sean here. Copy that, Mr. President. Best foot forwards at all times. The crew of the Belfast has been briefed.
Captain Kargren, Klingon Empire Liaison to Anik Okeg, standing by. President, the IKS Nima is ready to escort you. Well met. We must ensure the President's vessel, Starfleet 1, is within transporter range of the coordinates provided to us by the Defense Force, and receive clearance to beam down to Kittimer. Captain Sean will be assigned to the President upon arrival, and you shall be tasked with securing the premises. I have patched us through to the Chief of Security of the USS Belfast, Lieutenant Morale Paris of Starfleet. This officer of Sean's is a quarter Klingon of heritage, and hopefully, at least twice as much of heart.
Morale Paris, Chief of Security of the USS Belfast, but Lieutenant will do. Nice to meet you. I get the feeling we'll make an excellent team. Ready to get to work when you are.
I hope you don't mind me checking in along the way. This meeting is delicate, and I'd like to make sure everyone is prepared.
Glad to have you with us, Mr. President. Any words of wisdom before we arrive?
Kittimer is a key location in the history of our two civilizations, and home to many important meetings.
Do not forget the conspiracy of 2293 and the cowardly assassination of Chancellor Gorkon.
Conspiracies aside, the final outcome was historic, and its gift of peace lasted for generations.
Let's hope for a similar outcome today. Your attendance is as much of a security risk as it is a show of goodwill.
Lieutenant.
It is up to the Federation to take this first critical step. We cannot allow a repeat of Cestus 3.
Free the Gorn hegemony!
Sir, sensors are picking up several Gorn vessels in the area. It's an ambush!
I wondered when that was going to happen.
Rebel Gorn! So some of them are willing to stand up and fight after all.
It's okay. Starfleet 1 is under fire. Leave on hold for long.
Hang tight, Mr. President. We won't let you down.
The Klingon Empire will fall!
Captain, Starfleet 1's primary hull is down to 75%. Starfleet 1 primary hull is down to 50%. Primary hull is down to 25%. The President's ship won't last much longer. If a fight is what they want, then the Belfast is happy to oblige.
No bold moves, Lieutenant. Focus on Starfleet 1.
Disrupt the conference! The Tharian must perish! The ship must fall!
The ranks are thinning. I'm detecting fewer Gorn starships in the system, Captain.
Starfleet 1, this is the USS Belfast. What's your status? Starfleet 1, come in. Do you copy? Mr. President, do you copy? Forgive me. Starfleet 1, what is the President's status?
USS Belfast, IKS Nima. This is the President. We're all right. Just a bit shaken up.
Mr. President, we need to postpone this conference. It's much too great of a risk for you to take. Our scan should have picked up on that ambush.
Postponing this conference is not an option, Captain Sean. This ceasefire deal could be the Federation's only chance to eventually make peace with the Klingon Empire. If that involves some degree of risk, then so be it. The members of my delegation joined this mission informed and ready for the task. However, this attack does beg a question. How exactly did the Gorn hide from our sensors?
The Nima and USS Belfast do not seem to have sustained significant damage. Nothing worth recording in a battle log. These cowardly Gorn attacks were directed at Starfleet 1, and presumably the Federation President. Aside from a few minor fluctuations in deflector harmonics and a brief spike in secondary EPS flow regulators, nothing approaches critical thresholds. The President's ship will hold.
Let's hope so, because they almost died.
The Belfast will run a scan as well. Something does feel off.
There you go, they're repairing it, that. Let's go. What do you mean we've engaged an enemy ship?
Activating long-range sensors and tachyon detection grid.
Well, for sure there was going to be some there. There's definitely going to be some in here though. They're a lot closer, I swear.
Sensors are clear, sir. No threats detected, masked or otherwise.
I don't trust that.
Let's resume course before that changes.
Attacking Klingons is one thing, but the Federation? I find the circumstances of this Gorn ambush a little odd.
I agree. The Gorn should have challenged my vessel instead, and fought against one of their Klingon conquerors. Cowards.
The Gorn shouldn't have been able to close in on Starfleet 1. We need to improve our response time.
President Okeg, the Klingon Empire acknowledges the arrival of your delegation to Khitomer. Our orbital defense post received reports of a rebel strike within the system, but readings were delayed due to the Gorn's chronoton masking fields. Still, your survival in the face of this unexpected obstacle bodes well. Perhaps you are worthy allies after all. You are cleared to beam down.
The Federation is honored to be received on Khitomer. I can assure you that your openness to meeting with us is not misplaced. Our delegation's security escort dealt with the Gorn attack swiftly, thanks to the combined efforts of our respective captains. We will be beaming down shortly. Captains, when you're ready.
Once you have arrived, Lieutenant Paris will brief you on security measures. but do not rely on her. She is not of the Empire. Remember this. In the face of unexpected challenge, act with resolve, but also with intelligence. Many songs have been sung of Khitomer and its trials, and today may be no different. I will meet you on the ground, and whatever awaits you, face it without hesitation. A member of the Klingon Empire cannot waver.
Sounds like you know there's an ambush waiting, my dude. Yeah, we take a medic with us, 100%.
Miral, or should I say, Lieutenant Paris.
Doctor, I've missed you. You haven't aged a day.
Hey, it's the doctor.
Well, I am afraid that's how it works. But if it would put you at ease, I can add an aging subroutine to my matrix.
Not on my behalf. You're perfect, just the way you are. Are you part of the President's delegation?
That's right. As the leading expert on species 8472. President Okeg is hoping that sharing our research with the Klingons will make up for our dismissal of the Undine threat. This, and a ceasefire deal, will hopefully lead to lasting peace between our people.
The Doctor pioneered research on the Undine aboard Voyager. It was considered revolutionary, both then and now. It is a pleasure to meet you, especially after your crew's incredible performance in the Khitomer system. I will let you get on with your security tasks and prepare for the conference. Doctor?
We meet at last, face to face. Your name echoes through the Empire's ranks. They say you bow to no one, not even your commanding officer. Marge, that treacherous Tach-Kek got what he deserved. Today the Federation would have us believe we are surrounded by worthier allies. I wouldn't be so sure. Lieutenant Paris will brief you. Make sure she does so reliably. The task at hand is to secure the area and rule out any foul play.
It's nice to put a real face to the name. We need to secure the building. I recommend starting with the courtyard in the next room. Oh, and keep in mind, we're in a melting pot of different cultures and delegations right now, but let's try to stay focused and keep our distance.
Ah, hold it right there. Just a moment. Greetings. I am the Emergency Medical Hologram Mark I, but you may call me Doctor. A pleasure to meet you, I am sure. If I may offer a recommendation, while I doubt you will encounter any Undine infiltrators here, you may still find my latest research quite riveting, should you wish to test it out. Here is a parameter you may use to optimize your tricorder for species 8472 biosignature detection. The science behind it is nothing short of remarkable. The settings account for polyfluidic.
I'll follow your lead.
Ambassador Jiro Sugihara of the Federation Diplomatic Corps. I have to admit that the Klingons were right about the Undine infiltration of the Gorn hegemony, but I don't agree with the war they waged. Diplomacy and peaceful negotiation should come first, always. Anyway,
it's that annoying pacifist. This is why we didn't pick the Starfleet
and even
people.
more so if we manage to broker peace. Always looking for trouble, Jim.
They want to talk
Even on what
first
could
and
be a
act
brutal
later.
day for
We
our
didn't want
people
any
with armor.
we didn't want any friends like that. They probably wouldn't have even shown up with a defense force, or they probably would have shown up with like 4 ships, maybe 3.
The importance
They didn't
of
fill me
today's
with confidence.
conference
That's why
cannot
we
be
went for the
overstated.
Klingons.
I am grateful for your assistance in orbit. Please, pass my thanks to your crew. The Gorn attack initially appeared to be an attempt at disrupting our conference and taking out Starfleet 1. However, I believe intelligence has details that might contradict this assumption. I am hoping the Klingons will see the value in a ceasefire agreement. I'm no stranger to finding common ground with my adversaries. After I succeeded President Nanyeta Bako, I offered my political opponents seats in my cabinet. As the saying goes, it takes a quadrant to raise a coalition.
I appreciate you doing your due diligence, but my intel is classified, and you don't have clearance from Starfleet intelligence. Enjoy the conference.
Oh, that's a bit rude. I just saved your ambassador, Loki president person.
Klingon intelligence interrogated Okeg's people before their arrival, with the thoroughness the Empire demands. We believe him and his delegation speak the truth, and that he is a Saurian of honor. He speaks of our late Chancellor Gorkon with reverence, Bak Kaulu. We cannot, and will never, dismiss the threat of betrayal. But our intel suggests the Federation's hands are clean. The scent of treachery points towards the Gorn instead. Well, though no General Chang lurks among our guests today, we have identified a Klingon of interest, an ambassador by the name of Bafat. His reputation has divided our people. Some call him a schemer, others a redeemer. He is here on official duty as the leader of House Bafat. Even so, we'll be watching him.
All right, let's start with this area.
A Klingon in a Starfleet uniform? Just fair.
Pitiful. Scans are clear. It seems these Klingons have taken note of my appearance. I've never hidden my hybrid nature. As my godfather, the Doctor, encouraged me to be proud of this part of myself and taught me the meaning of self-worth. But truth be told, I'd rather be back on the Belfast right now. I'm chief of security, not a diplomat or an envoy. Still, if my being here helps prove that the Federation and the Klingons can coexist, then all of this will be worthwhile. Preparing to scan.
Oh, she's gonna scan this one, is she?
Another rebel
We're both
attack
scanning.
in Klingon space. Reprehensible.
King Slathis does not assent to these renegade acts.
This area is clear. If the Gorn delegation is telling the truth, then the ambush we just thwarted was a rebel attack, and not a revolt instigated by the Gorn hegemony. Still, it seemed very coordinated.
Yeah, I feel like someone is pulling strings. But the question is who?
Let's scan this room.
I am Ambassador Koss of the Klingon Empire. I wish to meet with the Kuva Mach.
Kuwakma is an ancient myth. Paris is an impostor, a traitor to her people.
Peace with the Federation. Creator vo narde krapu.
No threats detected. Quite a few opinions floating around today, huh? I say we speed things up and move on to the next room.
Barnaby Bonbon Butter just followed.
Barnaby Bonbon Butter, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Burgess is not much nicer even to their characters.
Fine. You're right. You might know this already, but there's an ancient Klingon religious text that describes the Kuvahmah, or Savior, as a figure that will restore the Klingon Empire back to its original glory. Many Klingons believe me to be this Kuvahmah, because of the events that occurred in the Delta Quadrant aboard Voyager. My genetic material played a part in helping a group of Klingons. I'm happy to answer any questions about that if you think it's beneficial to our mission. What do you want to know?
I have a lot of questions. What information can you give me?
The prophecy foretells the arrival of a messianic savior, Kuvahmah. It is said that this figure is stronger than sickness itself and destined to heal the Klingon people, leading them to glory. Some even say the Klingons will know the Kuvahmah before the Kuvahmah themselves know the world. A spiritual recognition, if you will. What do you want to know? Whereas some Klingons are devoted to the Kuvahmah, others disbelieve the figure's existence. Some even treat these religious texts as unworthy epics or conspiracy theories. Either way, I'm caught in the middle of a divided empire when all I ever wanted was to make the universe a better, more tolerant place. What do you want to know? I was born aboard the USS Voyager, and as I said earlier, the Doctor is my godfather. In 2377, Voyager encountered a group of Klingon pilgrims aboard a D7 class battlecruiser. They were looking for the Kuvahmah because they were dying from a virus called the Nehret, which they originally believed to be nothing but old age. In order to save them, the Doctor resorted to using my genetic material to create a cure. Miraculously, it worked. And thus, I became the Kuvahmah. What do you want to know?
Makes sense. Go to the last room, shall we?
Leave no stone unturned.
What weight could a conference possibly hold without the attendance of Jempok?
Yedoko! Walden is here in his stead. Now is not the time for dissent.
I'm detecting... false alarm. Just some residual readings.
Are you sure about that? We should probably check out those residual readings, you know, make sure there's nobody cloaked or anything.
Running another scan.
We're all set, my good sir.
I will hold you accountable if this fails. There can be no deviation from the plan. Nach, Lodgeman.
Of course. I will not disappoint. We have an agreement after all. Let's disperse.
A Klingon ambassador with a human attendant. I don't recognize the staffer, but I believe that's Ambassador... I don't know about you, but I think I've heard enough. And I trust that our intelligence units will monitor any outliers among the attendees. I suggest we have a look at our scan results instead. My readings are off in this room.
We're gonna find some more bombs like we did in our first meeting.
This technology doesn't match any known Federation or Klingon designs. Its components are entirely non-standard. What do you make of this data?
Whoa, that was close.
Huh. Faint traces of Verteron particles.
Caught me well off guard, that did.
Cogran, it is simple, I assure you. Undine biology is adaptive, with a morphogenic cellular structure.
I am no scientist, but I do not dispute the utility of weaponry meant to identify and eradicate the Undine.
It's unfortunate we still know so little about them, despite the Doctor's research.
Ah, Miral, your disposition suggests that there were no polyfluidic phase variances to report.
That's correct. No Undine infiltrators, Doctor. But we did find something else. Captain Sean, Captain Cogran, we've discovered an...
Kupvat! Wise proposal. The work of the Romulans, no doubt. Maybe the Gorn. This device cannot be left here unstudied.
I agree. This poses a considerable security risk. However, I'm too optimistic about the turnout of this conference to delay our diplomatic efforts any further. We need to honor our agreement with the Klingons. They will not respect any act that might be interpreted as a display of cowardice. We must stay the course. If Captain Cogran is not opposed, then I propose we beam the device to the USS Belfast for further analysis.
Setting up a containment field, and done. Ready for transport. USS Belfast, this is Lieutenant Paris. We are beaming up an unidentifiable device for analysis. Stand by.
The conference will begin shortly. All attendees must gather in the Hall of Heroes immediately.
Fellow delegations, the Federation is here today to seek peace with the Empire, in the hopes that it will be long-lasting. We believe we have been at odds for too long, and hope to prove today that our worth as allies is greater than our worth as foes. As a first act, we propose a ceasefire, then allying against a common enemy, the Undine. I have with me an expert who will share...
All this talk and no action. Why trust you, Okeg? Your Federation has already proven it does not respect the Empire. In the case of the Undine imposters in the Gorn hegemony, the Klingons were right all along. Yet you failed to heed us.
You are right. And I know that Federation and Empire relations have often been tense. That our history is riddled with mistrust. That you believe we failed you on the topic of the infiltrators in the Gorn hegemony. And that our ways have been human-centric. But like Chancellor Gorkon, this Saurian too believes in the undiscovered country, and has read Shakespeare in the original Klingon. We'd like to start by sharing our classified research with you on the Undine, as a gesture of good faith. Doctor?
A good start.
Greetings. You may call me the Doctor. It is an honor to speak to such a fine audience. I will be handing out data pads after our speech, so do stick around should you wish to discuss the details. As you all undoubtedly know, with great scientific advancement comes great responsibility. While ethics are not on the agenda, I am obliged to mention the dangers of the technology we have developed and the risk it poses to non-Undine life forms.
The Belfast is transmitting the results of the analysis performed on the unidentified device. It seems it's...
But I digress. To the crux of the matter, I have created technology that pairs modified tricorders with experimental nanoprobes. The tricorders, while still a prototype, detect the presence of Undine biosignatures. The nanoprobes are then... pardon me, my matrix.
Captain Sean, that device disrupts holo-emitter signals. Doctor!
We curse the Empire!
Captain! They've taken the Doctor!
Miral, look out!
Negotiations, they always go like this. Now we need to figure out where he's beamed off to get the Doctor back.
Thanks. We need to take down these Gorn and retrieve the Doctor. Now!
Belfast, this is Sean. Khitomer Conference is under attack. Monitor all activity in orbit. No one leaves.
I knew I should have brought some
Whoa!
grenades along.
They're beaming in on top of me. That's rude. Oh, where's my medic?
We need to take down the last remaining Gorn.
Our warriors have identified additional rebel Gorn on the ground. It won't be long before they reach our location. As for Bavat, the Petach has conveniently beamed up to his vessel. He must have had allies on the inside. Klingons willing to look the other way and smuggle in his devices. Huicha! Or perhaps this is another conspiracy.
I assure you the Federation has nothing to do with this, Captain Cogran. I can't say the same for Bavat, though. The Belfast has managed to lock onto his ship with a tractor beam, but I'm not sure how long it'll hold. Our scans show the Doctor is aboard, so we'll need to be careful.
I'm coming with you. We need to retrieve the Doctor. That's non-negotiable.
All right, but I know you well, Miral. Get back in one piece, and no unnecessary risks. That's also non-negotiable. Understood? Cogran and I will stay behind to deal with the Gorn and evacuate the delegations. Belfast, this is Captain Sean. Beam the lieutenant directly to the bridge. Paris, you've got the con. Stay safe.
This is Lieutenant Paris aboard the Belfast. We have a lock on Bavot's ship, the IKS Warwick. Recommend we hail him together before we take any drastic measures. Diplomacy first.
We can go diplomacy, but if he opens fire, we're gonna destroy him.
Nutpo! You dare not fight a real Klingon, one of prowess and might? I suppose your hail is meant to initiate some sort of negotiation. Which, I do not negotiate with those who would see the Klingon Empire become docile and prevent its path towards true glory. Request denied. It would be a shame to return your doctor so soon. Extracting him from Khitomer was child's play. Fascinating what can be achieved when the Empire is so divided and unfocused. But Klingons never shy away from a challenge. Let the Kuvarmach retrieve him herself and prove she has the heart of a true warrior.
My heart is just fine, Vat. I wish we could say the same for you, you mahwi. The Klingon Empire agreed to convene on the Federation's ceasefire proposal. It is you who is in violation of the agreement, and in direct disobedience of the High Council. They should have you discommended, you pig.
Ah, he's gone. What a coward.
Bavat has escaped with the doctor. The Belfast is tracking his ship's ion trail. Time to show these what we're made of. Give it all you got.
Ugh. Oh, I got destroyed. I got completely annihilated. I needed to destroy this EMP probe, that's what I needed to do. Yeah, we really got completely screwed by that. That'll teach me to be more observant in future, won't it? What? How am I meant to kill these? I'll maybe keep my distance, but like, they attack so fast. How? I don't really know how I'm meant to kill these. I'm gonna end up dying 20 times before I defeat one, I think. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's me dead again. That's absolutely crazy. Max out my weapon power. Keep nearest to the target. Use your heals. Oh yeah, I got these. If I can get one of them, I might be okay.
Warning.
Take this and pretty much back anyway. Maybe not.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Gonna get me again? That was a bad clip.
Rear shields failing. Hull integrity below 50%.
Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm so bad. As long as they can keep that one in combat though, and he doesn't heal, I might be able to kill him. Hey, one dead. Right. Where's he gone? There he is.
That was the last of them.
Hey.
Receiving a hail from the Kittimer.
Only took about 7 or 8 deaths. They attacks look like so fast.
Belfast.
I want those machine guns for this shit.
We bested the Gorn. Kittimer is secure. We also uncovered another device mounted to the Federation's podium and neutralized it. The device disrupts photonic emissions and stores holographic data as a containment capsule would. Have you stopped Bavat?
I missed a device, but we scanned the entire area. How is that possible? I increased my tricorder sensor aperture. I ran a multispectral sweep. I even enhanced subspace resolution and set up a level 3 perimeter scan. I should have set up a level 4 scan. This is my fault.
Steady, Lieutenant. The first device was no doubt a red herring planted in the room to distract us from the second, which in turn was shielded from our sensors by an experimental chronoton-charged cloaking field. That second device was ever so slightly displaced in time. Your tricorder couldn't have picked up on it. It took a whole group of scientists from several different delegations to come to that same conclusion.
Captain, we need to go after the Doctor. The Belfast is tracking Bavat's warp signature, ion trail, and projected course. I've got all the data I need.
What the Belfast needs to do is remain stationed in orbit of Kittimer while President Okeg meets with the Klingon High Council. This attack has led to some very tense exchanges and great mistrust in the Federation and Gorn delegations. Going after the Doctor is too risky. We'll need to send our data over to an experienced strike team and let them handle it.
I mean, to be fair, if they were just minion ships, I'm not looking forward to fighting his ship.
I agree.
I got destroyed in
The
seconds
Doctor is not only one of the most
with those
brilliant
two.
minds in Starfleet, but he's also my godfather.
Even with all the
His
heals,
family,
I got destroyed.
I can't argue with that. But for that same reason, I'll need you back in one piece after your mission. I can't lose you too, Lieutenant. The Belfast has to remain to
Need a
supervise the
better ship.
situation on Kittimer
That's my
and
conclusion.
escort Starfleet 1 back to Federation space. I hope
Or
I'm
just
not
need to
making
play
a mistake
better.
by
That's
staying
also the
behind.
second conclusion.
But duty calls. Good luck, and take care.
It is a worthy mission to undertake. On behalf of the Klingon Empire, I authorize you to accompany Lieutenant Paris on her quest. Though I remind you that Bavat, despite all of his treachery, is still the head of what some would consider to be an honorable Klingon house. Should you best him in battle, then you will have to decide whether he deserves to die with honor. And if not, Contend with the consequences upon your return.
Kapla!
1 to beam over.
Come on, then. Beam over. Have a look at these practice skills thing. How many of these have I got? Oh, I got 4 space points. That might have actually helped me out. Improved hull capacity. Advanced shields. Rating expertise. I don't really know what's what, I'm not gonna lie. We might as well max out this though. Speed, rate. Yeah, probably do that too. That's easy. On the ground. And provisions. Yeah. Game over. Oh yeah, I've been well past that now. Not those. That has a bit overview from any ship cleared. I don't know what level I am, to be honest. 18. I'm level 18.
Quite the fine ship you have. Here's the data the Belfast retrieved during our encounter with the Klingons. We've tracked the Warvig to the Hattori system.
I've got some stuff for like battle cruisers that look like really nice weapons. Battle cruisers and things, but I can't put them on this one. Which is really unfortunate, because they sound really good.
We've arrived, and in enemy territory, no
Yeah,
less.
I think it's the cannons that I've got. I put them in the bank for
in the area. Klingon patrol ships.
But I can't stick them on this
Planetary
one.
archives also show Hattoria is home to a large nebula and an abandoned facility on the ground.
That this ship is not compatible.
I'm guessing that's where
basically.
Bavad is holding the Doctor. We can either use the nebula's ionized gas to scatter our ship signal and travel at low impulse to conceal our movements till we reach transporter range, or we can go in guns blazing and risk alerting the Klingons on the ground. Your call.
Well, if it's going to be those ships again, I think I'm better off just using stealth this time. Yeah, my turret does suck. I got a plasma turret. 204.2 damage. Plasma array 358.8. Disruptor array 406.9. So yeah, my turret sucks. And then my plasma torpedoes do 226. I definitely need some better weapon upgrades. Can't I like upgrade them if I get multiple of the same? Like of the same rank and things. Like you've obviously got 1, 2, 3, 4. Or is it different for ships? I know you can transport of those, stick to 1 damage type. Got a lot of ships. Disruptor or plasma. Okay. I just kind of went for it looked like an upgrade and did more damage. So. What does this guy do? Beam weapons. Upgrade your beam weapons. I don't even know if I've got any beam weapons. I'm guessing they're beam weapons though. Yeah, I got that one. And then I got the high yield torpedo. I haven't really messed about with the crew, to be fair. These are like the first 4 that I got given. I should actually go and research all the crew members that I've got and swap some people, possibly. Like I said, I'm a noob. Fire at will attacks everything. Like, I started it a few days ago, and I've probably had maybe 12 hours, possibly, about 12 hours playtime. What I gotta do here?
Recommend we travel at low velocity.
Okay.
1/4 impulse should do the trick.
I could really do with a hand on understanding and there. I literally am clueless. We're trying to learn as I go, but there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn. No, I've kind of gathered that one, to be fair. They kind of just throw you in and here's like the basics and then that's that, like. Yeah, I've got stuff for other ships in the bank because I needed inventory space, but I haven't got those ships. So I was hoping that if I progressed through the story, they would give me one. The ability to pick one new ship every 10 levels. So I should get one soon then. During events, they give away ships. Yeah, I did see that, but I figured that any kind of events, I'm just gonna mash in.
We've reached the halfway mark. Hang in there, Doctor. We're coming for you.
Tried asking some stuff in the world chat thing, but it was like free. New accounts can't use world chat. How do I do that? I'm called Flurry, F-L-U-R-R-E-Y. How do I do that? That's this one? Yeah, there we go.
All right, we're nearing the target coordinates. Time to prepare a team.
I'm gonna stop there a sec. I'm just gonna go to the Not a clue.
We're almost within transporter range of Hatoria. Let's move on.
Trying to add you to my friends, so I can invite you to my team.
We're almost within transporter range of Hatoria. Let's move on. We are within transporter range. I don't think the Klingons have detected us yet. Still, we better bring some backup. Ready to beam down when you are.
How do I find out what my chat handle is? The part system. Yeah, I'm like about as noob as you can get. Where am I? I am right there, by the kit of my system. You can't see my tiny spaceship. Probably going to come along with a battle cruiser that takes up my screen. But yeah, it wouldn't let me talk in zone. It says new players or new accounts can't talk in zone, basically. I suppose that's to stop spam and anyone trying to sell things for real money, I guess. Which is quite cool. It's quite nice to have. But not so nice if you're a noob like me and you're trying to ask questions. Yeah, I'm like just below Kittima 2. Go to the change instance on the bottom. Beta 12. Map transfer failed. Oh, has it got like a max amount of players it can have on there, is it? Ah, that makes sense. I'm guessing that's you. Could do sketchy things. That's a cool name. Whoa. That's cool shit. No, I am Romulan. Oh, I picked the Klingons as friends, yeah. I'm guessing you're not. Yeah, I need to get a different skin now. Yeah, can't group with people that are different factions, I suppose. I'll go make a coffee while I wait. I'm guessing you've got all factions covered anyway. I'll be back in a few. I am back. Looks like a big ship. Starbase. Okay. Take us into the mission. Does everything scale to your level? Like for you? Or are you just going to be one-shotting everything? Whoa, what's this?
As I was saying, the nanoprobes developed to counter the Undine are Wait a minute. Where am I?
Vjach Emelv, you fool! Sing, the data! Is it ready?
Soon, Bavat. I am extracting the genetic information from the doctor's holomatrix. It'll take some time to bypass the security subroutines.
You know, in some cultures, it is considered ill-mannered to interrupt a sentient life form, especially a brilliant physician. If you're interested, my research paper, The Art of Turn-Taking, a study on conversational analysis in Delta Quadrant species, has...
Hold your tongue, you insufferable projection of wasted photons!
According to the Federation's archives, this facility used to be a penal colony and still houses functional security systems to this day. Speaking of, I'm picking up on a photonic signal that matches the doctor's holosignature, but it's faint. My guess is he's being held in one of the facility's lower levels. Stay alert. We don't know what Bavat has in store for us.
What's that?
I'll cover you.
The difficulty
Lead the way.
got set to elite, so it's going to be harder. Okay. I suppose that's because we're in a group, right?
Unlock your security protocols and give me the data, Patak!
Ambassador Bavat, this is absolutely ludicrous behavior and very dishonorable, I'll have you know. I refuse to be probed any further. If you have developed a passion for genetics, then I encourage you to conduct your own research. I am sure you will find the funding.
Sing, increase the hologram sensitivity calibrations and bypass safety protocols.
Hurt! This is not how one treats a guest in their repurposed prison. Perhaps it is.
They're hurting him. I'm sending out an electromagnetic pulse to disrupt that console. It'll buy us some time.
These your pets? They're awesome.
Before you go any further, let's talk about the facility's security sweeps. Heads up. The area ahead of us is being scanned. My scans are picking up on low-level electromagnetic signals coming from beyond that sweep. Now, what do we have in here? Consoles running on residual power.
Oh.
Amar Noonien Singh, Research Log, File 13. My first experiment proved unsuccessful.
Looks like a security sweep can be deactivated from that console.
The host biology is highly aggressive at the cellular level and rejecting genetic input. I will adapt my experiments to suppress any existing dominant cells going forward. Amar Noonien Singh, research log file
Security
14.
functionality deactivated.
Results are now
Let's move
beginning
on.
to show promise, but I fear I might have overcompensated.
I'm detecting life signs in
Rapid
the room
mutation
ahead.
has led to instability in the subject genome. To counter this, I plan to create an epigenetic framework with the purpose of culling damaged cells. If we lose a few test subjects in the process, so be it. Amar Noonien Singh, research log file 19. After careful calculations, I have achieved my first breakthrough. Whereas some subjects were unable to withstand further testing, others are now thriving. In particular, subject GU-75 has impressed Bhavat.
They're experimenting on people.
The primary focus of the project is gerontology, the study of aging in various life forms. The Federation Science Council has given me permission to test various forms of genetic modification to find treatments of degenerative diseases such as Irumodic syndrome. We're making significant progress.
Yes. How did Bhavat and Singh get their hands on proprietary Federation logs? We can't let them keep this data. We need to destroy it.
It's not a proud moment in Earth's history either. Khan was the greatest of the augmented conquerors in the eugenics wars. He was the ruler of more than a quarter of Earth, and he treated those he ruled like slaves. Unlike some of the other so-called genetic supermen, Khan only enslaved his people rather than massacre them. Some consider him to be the best of the tyrants. A dubious honor, to be sure. Augments like Khan Noonien Singh caused the death of millions. When the people rose up against the augment tyrants, Khan and some of his people escaped into space on a sleeper ship. I suspect you heard a lot about Khan's clashes with Captain Kirk at Starfleet Academy. I remember running the Mutara Nebula simulator in my senior year there. It was a singular experience.
I'm all for eradicating degenerative diseases, but not if it means another eugenics war or the creation of genetically engineered slaves. Singh's plan seems to align more with the latter and not with the Federation's work. My guess is...
Klingon Mach, Grethor's gate stands ready to welcome you.
A Bhavat welcoming committee. That's too kind. Remind me to thank him later. Hazel. That's all of them. Let's look around for anything that might help us. By tampering with the doctor's sensitivity calibrations, Bhavat and Singh are making sure that he feels pain the way a biological life form would.
Amar Noonien Singh, search log file 22.
Looks
Subject
like we can deactivate a security
GU-75's
sweep from in
DNA
here.
has begun to deteriorate after a couple of cycles. All attempts to stabilize the specimen's genetic sequence using molecular templating
This room
have
is clear.
failed. I will keep trying.
Another
Amar
security
Noonien
sweep.
Singh, search log
We
file
should check
28.
this room. Some of these
This
consoles
will
are
be
still
my
active.
last entry on subject
No doctor in here,
GU-75.
but maybe
was
we'll
begun
find
to
something that
exhibit
can help us.
irrational and aggressive behavioral patterns.
Doctor's Log Supplemental Stardate 86324.7. In preparation for the
You know the
Khitomer
drill.
ceasefire conference, I have been reviewing the Undine research stored in my holomatrix. One study from Stardate 51003.7 focuses in particular on the reprogramming of Borg collective nanoprobes for the purpose of destabilizing species 8472 cell structure, thereby neutralizing them.
That's it. Deactivated. Let's keep moving.
It appears that Seven and I pioneered research on species 8472,
Klingon
and that the
Gorn life
Federation was
signs
the
up
first
ahead.
and so far
Prepare for a
only
fight.
alliance of people able to thwart the Undine. My hope is that we will soon be able to share this research with trusted allies.
I don't think Singh and Bhavat are acting on behalf of the Klingon Empire. They must be acting independently.
Amar Noonien Singh, research log file 31. In the wake of
Doctor's Log Supplemental, Stardate 54518.2. The genetic material retrieved from the unborn Klingon hybrid by the name of Miral Paris, sampled with the consent of her parents, Lieutenants B'Elanna Torres and Tom Paris, has proven a great success. The Klingon pilgrims from the IKS Shan have been cured of their illness. As a result, they now believe that Miral is what they call the Kuva Mach, a legendary Klingon figure who is foretold to heal all Klingons and restore them to their former glory. Quite the legacy to live up to for an unborn child. Miral is doing well. I know that the crew of Voyager will protect her, at least until she comes of age and chooses her own path. I expect there will come a day when the Klingon Empire will inquire about Miral Paris. However, modifying genetic material is a delicate topic, given the historical precedents. The eugenics wars, or the Klingon augment virus, both point toward the possibility of genetic alteration being used for nefarious purposes, such as creating biological weaponry, or even an army.
That must be exactly what Singh and B'Vat have planned, but why? The Klingon Empire already has a capable army. The rest of the log comes as no surprise to me. As I got older, my parents began to share stories from my childhood with me. The tale of the IKS Shan was one of them. By tampering with the doc...
Have you come as a sacrifice, Kurakma?
Wait, poof! The only thing I'm sacrificing is my time, you useless car.
Glory to the Corps, and B'Vat the benefactor. All shall fall. This is the fight.
These born are too far gone and blinded by B'Vat's empty promises.
Surrender yourself, Kurakma, or prepare to die with dishonor.
That Gorn looks similar to the ones who disrupted the Kittimer conference. Let's press on. I'm sure the doctor is counting on us. Tricorders are detecting a photonic signature further ahead. Lead the way. By tampering with the doctor's sensitivity calibrations, B'Vat and Singh... There are too many security sweeps in this hallway to evade. We have to keep investigating to deactivate them somehow. This console doesn't appear to deactivate the security sweeps, but I see another one.
The exobiology lab is ready, B'Vat. We are only missing the data.
Khwicha! How hard can it be to retrieve data from a hologram?
Ambassador, may I remind you that I am the emergency medical hologram Mark I. I served aboard the USS Voyager during
Silence!
Stay
sharp! You wish to have your vocal interface deactivated, you insufferable tar?
We've been detected. We need to be
Someone is watching.
Miral.
We did it! We're in the clear. Let's move on.
Hello! Kuvach Mach.
The security sweep is active. Watch where you step. Damn it, we've been detected. I recognize trap or not. This must be the You know, I minored in biogenetics at Starfleet Academy. Time to put those skills to good use. There are too many security sweeps in this hallway to evade. About adding Gorn chromosomal investigating markers. To deactivate them somehow. It's our only option. Klingon polynucleotide clusters. A sample appears to be a security console connected to an audio-visual feed. This mix might just do the trick, at least for now. Damn it, we've been detected. Time to enact our plan, and he's taunting us.
The data has almost been decrypted, B'Vat.
If you handle the fighting, I will search my database for intelligence on the Gorn. Should you require medical assistance, then I will be at your disposal.
What are you still doing here?
If you stay alive,
I mean,
that is.
A Klingon hybrid.
I'm a doctor,
I have never
not
seen
a miracle
before.
Worker.
Don't worry,
Gorn
Doctor.
are exothermic
We're here to break
creatures,
you out.
and therefore vulnerable
Lieutenant
to the
Miral
cold.
Paris.
Use
Or
your
should I say
environment.
Kuvak Mach?
They are also
Here to take your
apex
friend's
predators
place?
with instinct-driven
Kept your
threat
seat
responses.
Let him
Augmentation
go.
has driven
And
these
why
Gorn
would
to
I do
insanity.
that?
Because we have what you need. A sample of my DNA. The missing piece to your scientific puzzle. You're creating an army, right?
I am creating a movement. Soon all will pledge their allegiance to the new Klingon Empire and bow before its ruler.
That's only a fantasy without my DNA, Bot. I'll give you the sample. Release the doctor.
Miral, I strongly advise you do not.
You're bluffing. Hand it to my assistant, now.
Let the doctor go first.
Fine. Free the captive, Singh. This is a ruse, a counterfeit. Now, Singh.
Let's see how you fare against my latest experiments.
Probably not very well.
You've weakened them. Keep it up. It's our only chance to make it out alive.
The doctor's genetic research will have to do for now. Time is on my side. Can you say the same, Kuvak Mach?
We can't let him escape!
Miral, no! It's too dangerous. I'll go.
I love you, but you've got to trust me. I have to go after him, and you're needed here. You're the galaxy's only hope against the Undine.
What a fight. I was anxious, even as an onlooker. Well done.
I don't know where I'm headed, but if I make it,
We've got
I'll
an
give you a
unethical
sign.
scientist on the
Protect
loose.
the doctor.
Where
I'll
is
go after
Singh?
B'Vat. We'll meet again!
I am registering his biosignature, coming from a nearby transporter room.
This is Singh. IKS Warwick. Come in. Anyone!
Not so fast, Singh. The jig is up.
Fine. But if you think apprehending me will have any effect...
I've dealt with my fair share of rude scientists during my time aboard Voyager, but... Nothing a tricorder scan won't illuminate. I've dealt with my fair share of rude scientists during my time aboard Voyager, but Amar Noonien Singh might just take the cake. Now that this area is secure and our culprit has been caught, I wanted to thank you for coming to my rescue. I know our mission isn't over yet. Bhavat is still at large, with Miral trailing not far behind, I'm sure. Yes, he did. I suggest we return to where we last saw Bhavat and investigate the area. I'm sure we will find something that will enlighten us on the matter. Besides, it might increase our odds of finding Miral sooner rather than later. Oh my. Your scans reveal the presence of residual chronoton particles. That, my friend, suggests a temporal aperture once existed in this very space. I'm afraid it will be difficult to pinpoint on our own. I suggest you report back to your command for now. I am sure the Klingon High Council will want to hear all about this. I can say Captain Shan will be enthused about Miral's disappearance, and I do feel somewhat responsible for that. I'll break the news to him when we return, but I expect he will contact you later. We'll be counting on you to find her.
My army promises glory to the Empire and its great houses. A new dawn, a new era for the worthy warrior. Together, we will finally become an empire worthy of Kalesh. We will wipe out the Federation and conquer their people once and for all. Kaplan!
Klingon nach! Klingon nach! Klingon nach!
Bhavat! Where am I?
The conference did not unfold as I had hoped. Still, I have managed to convince the High Council to consider the provisional ceasefire as we investigate the events of today. Bhavat remains at large, and his trail lost to time itself. Despite this, you did well in retrieving the Doctor and bringing Amar Noonien Singh to justice. That spineless Patak is being interrogated by intelligence as we speak. In relation to this, I must also relay a most unusual message from one of our agents. Klingon intelligence has received an encrypted transmission from Lieutenant Paris, addressed to you. The stardate attributed to it is unexpected. When the time comes, I expect you to be ready. Bhavat must be stopped.
Congratulations, Centurion. It looks like you're about to be moving up in the galaxy. Based on your new familiarity with Tal Shar operatives,
thank you for your help on that one.
Techniques. I passed your personnel file off to Republic Intelligence.
I'm gonna take a break and play something else for the minute.
She'll be handling your work with them. Intelligence is very interested in your recent encounter with Charva. They think your time is short. What do you
Open your events. How do I do that? And change your difficulty back. Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea. Did I do that? Bottom left of the mini-map. Events. In program. Normal difficulty. Yeah, nah, not until I've played the game and I know what I'm getting into and I have better gear. Yeah, can you imagine? Thank you though. No worries. Thank you for popping in and thank you for the help. I'm going to restart the stream with a different title, different game.